Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome to Papua New Guinea. This is the ONPASSIVE webinar from Papua New Guinea. We are streaming live to you from Port Moresby and around the world. We are into all the channels through live YouTube. And you can see our people here on the screen. These are our founders from Papua New Guinea and around our family who join us every time we have our webinar here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are listening in, you are tuning in, I would like to send this welcome to you. And my name is David Bakau. I am the Leadership Council member of ONPASSIVE representing Papua New Guinea with my colleague Veronica Wang. She's here. And we just want to tell you that this is our first webinar after an incident that happened, and I lost my wife, my dear wife. She passed away about a month ago, and we had to go offline for a while just to get things sorted out family-wise. But we are back now. We are back now. So with this first webinar back, we just want to share with you what has happened all this time with ONPASSIVE. If you haven't heard or listened or seen what has happened, or you haven't known what ONPASSIVE is, well, this is it. We have come to the door, opening of a door into a new chapter in what we have been sharing behind the scenes, and you have just been listening and observing through YouTube channel. But now we are live to the world. We are live to the world. An important occasion happened on the 30th of March this month, or last month, sorry, we are in April now, just a few days ago. And I can tell you, we are at the top. I will not take away much, but I will just leave it that way so that I will allow our people to share their heart on what they have experienced. Thank you for being with me here this afternoon. And as I want to, first of all, open this meeting, I just want to send out my gratitude and to all the founders, my international founder community, my PNG founders, wherever you are in the country and overseas, Australia, wherever you are, you have sent in your tributary messages, you have participated with us, sent in your condolences, your message, you contributed financially to assisting me to meet my cost in taking my dear lovely wife back home to my village, and I've given her a decent burial, and I'm so grateful about this. Thank you, my brother Mati. Thank you, my brother Chris Johnson. Thank you very much for all your help in assisting. And I can also send a shout out to Ash, our CEO, our wonderful CEO. He contributed with the company ONPASSIVE. They contributed immensely on this this incident or this situation with me. And I just want to send my heartfelt gratitude to all of you. Thank you very much for that. And I see that this is what we are ONPASSIVE, as we are a family, a big family, and what you have shown is very reflective of what our CEO is providing here. That's his heart, and it has been so overwhelming. So thank you very much for standing with me. Anyway, we are back to business, and I can't stop everyone from this because this is the limelight. We are opening the door to our future, actually. So without much further ado, I want to introduce the one and only, my big brother from another mother, Mati Digamo from New Jersey, USA. He's the guy that showed me this business. He introduced me to this business. And look what we have, Mati. Look what we have. Papua New Guinea is in ONPASSIVE. And I just want to thank you welcome on, Mati. Come and say a bit. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Yeah, you are my brother from another mother. I inherited a family in Papua New Guinea, and I'm so proud of that. It was a long journey, but I'll tell you what, I met some of the best people on the planet, and without ONPASSIVE, I'd have never met you, David, or Veronica, or Joe, and all the people that are in Papua New Guinea that I see all the time. Nancy, Nancy will knock your socks off. She gives you 20 minutes. She's a powerful speaker, and no, I'm very, very honored to even be friends with people in Papua New Guinea. You feel like family to me. And I appreciate it. I really do. On Wednesday, we joined a company, myself and David. Oh, this is our third year. And I always knew that Ashby Farah was special. I knew the company was special, but when they launched on the 30th in Dubai, in the largest, tallest building in the world, it even blew me away. I knew it would be big. Ashby Farah said, your ears will pop, literally pop. And when you go to the 151st floor, your ears pop. So it takes 3 elevators to get to the top. And I want to give you some info about Dubai and how Dubai will change our lives. It's the beginning. It's only the beginning, but you could not launch a company in a bigger, better city in the entire world. Everyone that has a business, a big business, wants to put a foot in Dubai. It's not easy. It's very difficult. It needs, and because it's not easy, Ashby Farah did it because he loves doing things that aren't easy. A couple of things I wanted to say about Dubai. You hear people say, oh, this is an MLM, this is, if you're an MLM company, a regular MLM company, Dubai won't even let you come in the country. The UAE will let, like a direct selling MLM, but you have to prove that you're legit, that you take care of people, you're not going to scam them. In fact, most MLMs, almost all MLMs are prohibited into even entering the country. They take rigorous measures to protect the residents in any fraudulent business since April 22, 2021. About the building that we're in, it is the largest building in the world. Mr. Mupara and your company, ONPASSIVE, they're not renting. They own floor 134. When you come out of the elevator, it's ONPASSIVE. They own floor 151, same thing. Takes 3 elevators to get to 151. You own the floor on the 151st floor. If you look out the window on some days, you look down and see clouds. That's how high it is. And yes, your ears will pop. There will be other offices opened in Dubai being worked on right now. Before the pandemic, 15.9 million people were tourists in Dubai. 15.9 million. Most companies, and I want to make sure you understand this, most companies in the world never reach where we're starting. Okay, think about that. Most companies in the world never in their entire history reach our bottom where we start. We're starting as a unicorn company, which is mind-blowing. I'm not sure what just happened there. I don't know what that is.
Somebody's trying to share the screen.
Somebody's trying.
Mahendra.
Mahendra, can you close your screen, please?
Oh, okay. I don't know who did it. Somebody did it. Anyway, let me go back to what I had. Okay, here's the other one. They started a campaign there, the biggest, largest marketing campaign in the history of any business. Okay, in the history of any business. There are 120 of the largest screens in the world showing ONPASSIVE around the clock. Some of the screens are as large as 55 meters wide and 14 meters high. They have a mall there in Dubai. It's one of the largest malls in the world, definitely one of the most the largest malls in the Mideast. It has every banner and every screen in the mall around the clock is showing ONPASSIVE. Massive, massive. They have a large ice skating rink, believe it or not. They have an ice skating rink in the middle of the desert. Beautiful, huge skating rink. All the banners and screens ONPASSIVE around the clock, 24/7. And with all the visitors, imagine what's going on. The main road leading into Dubai, Sheikh Zayed Road it's called. It has large billboards on both sides of the road, both sides ONPASSIVE. People see it every single day. And believe it or not, this is just the beginning. This is the beginning. He's opening up many more offices in Dubai. We have an office in Singapore. You know about Hyderabad. We got an office in Florida. He's opening offices around the world, and Aswipara will tell us what these are as they open, because he doesn't want to share anything that hasn't already happened. But once again, I want to say we are very fortunate. Papua New Guinea, lives will be changed. All of ours, your country will be changed. There was also, they showed that they did something with OBLESS in India. There's a video that you really need to see. It brought tears to people's eyes. Papua New Guinea started OBLESS before the company even launched. It's amazing. David, I'm going to turn it back over to you. We have some people that visited Boston and shared this launch with Mr. Mufara. They can tell you their experience they had with him and being there during the launch. We have IT people here that understand how these products were made. 2 of the IT people were in Boston. So it's a big deal. The IT guys are top-notch IT in the world that are here. They are founders because they see what Aswipara has done. They are amazed. And if you can amaze an IT guy that's been in IT for years and years and years, it's a big deal. They are my friends. They can explain to you the back end of this company and why it's so popular and why it will be so big. And I appreciate everything. So I'm going to turn it back over to David.
Thank you, my brother Matthew. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for giving that background information, and especially in Papua New Guinea, we don't know too much about Dubai, but we are being introduced into Dubai through this medium, and people are excited. I have now my family in the village. They're zooming in with us right now, and they're listening. So, you know, all around Papua New Guinea, they're zooming in. So thank you. Yumi olkata Papua New Guinea, yumi stop long one map, lo kona lo disla, nice pla country blo yumi long antar long highlands, come down long Mamase side, go lo southern region, go lo New Guinea Islands, yumi stop. Na yumi look long one something walk long come up lo here, and mi pla toksa lo pla tasol. One something been come up long 30th, number 30 day lo moon match. number 30 day lo moon match on passive and we go live and we start long advertising company business he go long world now inside lo this la one plus country we call him city and Dubai or call him country Dubai inside lo United Arab Emirates. So we play stop inside lo one plan building this la one plan long pla building inside long ground no got one pla building one kind of same this la and we pla occupy number 151 floor and top floor on top of this la building na no got one pla company na plo kisim on passive and me buy them out na mi pla got nar pla floor ken 134 so suppose you harem on passive no legal company me talking you finish ya amas time you klo talking you stop ya triple ya me klo talking you stop you harem na you sit down stop and now me pla come up lo face for you. Thank you brother Mati. I will call upon Chris Johnson who was at Boston and he's one of our leadership council members very tirelessly working for all the founders around the globe. Thank you, Chris. We love you. We know your catchphrase, hey, hey, hey. And as soon as we hear that, we know Chris is in the house.
Yeah.
So my brother.
David, I love you back. I don't know if I think I got more back slaps in the head at when I was in Boston from all the Marty saying, just slap him in the head a few times. And Cynthia Brown was the first one to get me. I'm going to tell you that. Wow, Papua New Guinea, I'm not going to lie, I missed you. I missed your inspiration. You guys have lost some wonderful, absolutely wonderful people who went home to God. And of course, that's still breaking my heart. But I know what's coming toward Papua New Guinea. David, you just asked, Papua New Guineans don't know a lot about Dubai. Okay. It's a big, beautiful city. It's on a warm ocean, warm air, but it's not as beautiful as Papua New Guinea now or in the next 5 years, because I personally believe Papua New Guinea is going to be, I think you're going to be bigger than Dubai, because I know where the hearts really are. I know Dubai is a beautiful city, but I also understand the Papua New Guinean people, where they came from and what they worked for, and how amazed I am for what you guys accomplished. Truly going to miss your wife, Fred, that beautiful teacher that passed away. And it always lingers in my mind thinking about these wonderful, beautiful sisters and brothers of mine that I know went home, and I know they're watching down on us. But let me tell you what, meeting these founders in Boston was absolutely, it was an experience. I'm going to say it in a funny way. We had a dinner in a closed room, and it was so intimate, and it was beautiful. People that I've seen for a long time sitting down, eating, it was absolutely amazing. And it's kind of hard to put in words. I've been talking about it for 3 or 4 days on the webinars. And I want to tell you that Ashma Farah, I grabbed him, I shook him, I smelled him, I even laid a big old kiss on him. Let me tell you, folks, he's real. You can feel his heart just when you shake his hand. He's truly an amazing guy. And I was honored to meet him. But as people are getting mad at me saying this, I was more honored to meet 19 people that I've been watching on a screen for a long time. Ashma Farah is real. His heart is real. His passion is real. He hasn't stopped. He's not going to stop. Actually, he was working. We took real little breaks, believe it or not, maybe an hour, because we were always going from one section to another. In between those, he was working. All right. You see why we sleep? We sleep to see our dreams. He stays awake to create our dreams. That's what he does. Okay. Amazing people I met. A lot of them are on this panel. I'm not going to call their names out because they know who they are, but I better hear him talk tonight, tell some experiences. But I really wish everyone was there as far as I felt. We felt the cheers. We felt the love. Same love that we get from Papua New Guinea on a daily basis. We all felt it. God was definitely with us. We had some issues that a lot of you know about where things happened. A lot of things were going against us. Talk to the good old Lord. He took care of us. And if you guys, I don't know if it was on video, Ash Mafar, we were having some technical difficulties, we'll say. He sat down in front of his computer, and I'm not sure if it was caught on camera. He looked up. He looked up for probably about 5 or 6 seconds, and I know he was talking to God. I said, now's the time, Lord. Now's the time. So I thought it was beautiful. I got story after story, but I've been telling him, I'll probably tell him for the next 5 weeks. And I just want other people to get on here. But Papua New Guinea, you never left me. You never left me. I know what you were going through. Founders, the angels, we came together and realized, hey, man, it's time to show our colors. Let's show our colors. So, David, technically, you guys were our first Obless project, and it was amazing turnout. And looking forward to conquering the junk of the world and making it to gold, baby. So I love every one of you, Dave. I'm so glad you're back and still very proud of you. Thank you, David. Back to you.
Thank you very much, my brother Chris. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words, and thank you for sharing with us your experience at Boston when you met our CEO. Yeah, we were watching on the TV. Oh, sorry, not on the TV, on our computers. And yeah, okay, we kind of felt jealous a bit. You know, we should be there too. But anyway, there's coming a time when we will all get to meet our CEO personally and shake hands with him. Thank you, Chris. I'd like to call upon Colin. Oh, sorry. Oliver, sorry. I'll call Oliver first. Is our tech guy. He can come on and please share with us what your take is in the whole launching and being a tech guy, what it means to us as founders, where we are going after this. Thank you. If you're
it's good afternoon or good evening in PNG. I want to say hi, and it's a pleasure being here with you, brothers and sisters, and for the first time. And let me start with on what happened on Wednesday, and then I'll take it from there. Wednesday was an emotional day, tears of joy. Because as all of you know, we've gone through a lot for the past years, you know, people who believe, people who didn't believe. But I really want to congratulate PNG, you know, because I've been following all what is going on there and the hardship, and people can still afford to pay their $97. In fact, I just want to say kudos to you and for the leap of faith that you people took to be part of this journey, you know. And Mr. David Bakau, my condolence again, and also for you to be a good leader in the PNG, and the reward is there. Wednesday proved to us that we've made it. We've made it. We are there. It's not that we are going to. We are there. If you see everybody, or those who saw what happened on Wednesday, how emotional it was, and let me start with Obless. What we saw in India, what Obless did in India, I know in New Papua Guinea is going to be times 10. It's going to be times 10. So with what the structure that the CEO has put in place, I think anybody that will go to his or her wallet will drop something in Obless that will go also to New Papua Guinea for projects. And some of us will also individually, pledge our own contribution out of Oblets that will go to New Papua New Guinea. And I saw it in our CEO when I hugged him, look at him in his eyes, talk to him. We were together eating. He's a father of everybody. He'll come to the table, make sure everybody is there. Make sure everybody, their food is there before he will sit down to eat. Even when he wants to eat, he still share his food. He still share his food. He got crab burger and he shared it. Then his fries, he shared it. So you see that spirit of sharing in him, even on the eating table. So that was something that I really learned also from him. Though we all share, but his own is extraordinary. His own is extraordinary. He is humble, respectful. The treatment that he gave us was, we are family. We are family. Then when that moment arrived that he was supposed to push that button, when he was supposed to push that button, it was emotional. And then my friend Bob said this afternoon that it was history, that he was there in person. I'm like, also really, it was a pleasure for me to be there to witness that button, that the CEO pushed that button, that now the baby is born. And the baby is born. And we saw Dubai, the biggest and the tallest building in the world. We have 2 floors. ONPASSIVE own it, with 120 TVs all over Dubai. And for what we know, that region, the whole of that region, Dubai region, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, they are all crazy in technology. And we know that is the market. The market is there. The market will have, that's the potential market for us. That there's no doubt. Our CEO is a strategist. The way he has structured and he has strategized things, I want to say we are fine. And with what we have in place and with the products that we have, I don't see any company on this planet Earth that will be able to even come near to us. All our products that are built with artificial intelligence, AI, from scratch, 100% automated, and that are all integrated also. I don't see from Microsoft, Google, name it, all the tech companies, I don't see any of them. All what they do patch. They patch. My brother, Bob Takusu, will say that they do the reverse psychology. Reverse engineering, reverse engineering. They patch because they didn't, our CEO took his time to put our technology together, our equipment together, the highest and the toppest of the toppest. Like we do have IPv6, and which is hybrid with IPv4, So we look at another one, our data center. He surprised us with the data center. We were suspecting, when I discussed with Collins, Bob, we said it would be dangerous for us, for ONPASSIVE, how big ONPASSIVE is, then we don't have our own data center. And he came and told us that we have not 2020, there is data center, we are going to have an AI, artificial intelligence data center. That was also a big surprise for us, and it's history. And it put us in a position also that we have the market. We are going to sweep at least, I don't know, I don't want to put numbers here, but we are going to take a large junk of the market. So we are fine. We are fine, you know. Then again, now it's Dubai. We didn't know that there's something in Dubai, you know, but now Dubai is coming. And I want to say, New Papua New Guinea, my fellow brothers here, ONPASSIVE is real. ONPASSIVE is real. And the baby, you know, is here. And we should prepare ourselves. We should prepare ourselves to start to harvest what we sow. Thank you.
Thank you, Oliver. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for the insight. Yes, it's very exciting. I'd like to call upon Bob Takusi. Bob was one of the tech guys in Boston at the time, so he would share his take on the event. Thank you, Bob.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my fellow Papua New Guineans. It's an absolute pleasure being here. It's past midnight here. I'm calling from the United States, Bel Air, Maryland. It's almost 1 a.m. But I joyfully waited up so that we could all have a conversation. It's my pleasure. I also want to take this opportunity to also wish you, Mr. Bakau. I think this is our first time that we are talking, we are seeing you online, just to wish you my sincere condolence for the loss of your dear wife. I believe that the only thing that all of us in ONPASSIVE, we know how much involved she was, and we know that she had some dreams. The only thing we can do to keep her memory alive is to just make sure we realize the dreams, the things that she stood for us to carry along. So my condolences to you and all the people from Papua New Guinea. You know, last Wednesday, oh my God, that was an experience that I would wish every single founder to have. Unfortunately, we were the privileged few to come up close and personal with our CEO. And it was just something that words cannot describe. You know, when I arrived, I was the last person to arrive Boston. I left Maryland. My flight was delayed. There was a problem with the aircraft. So you know, the hand of God is hovering over ONPASSIVE. I can tell you that. And God wants us, all of us, to be together, to work together. Because by virtue of me, my flight being delayed, and I getting there the time I got, every single leadership member, founder who was there, were all together waiting for me, you know. So, and as soon as I got there, it was just time for us to leave. So I received the warmest greetings I've ever had. For those of us who are from Cameroon, I believe even our people from Papua New Guinea who are here in the US, just think of when you go back home after a long time, when you go back home, how the family comes to the airport to welcome you. That's how I felt when I saw all my fellow founders at the airport. It was just a beautiful sight. I remember, I can still hear the voice of Chris Johnson as he's calling my name as I'm descending the escalator with his positive, infectious energy. You know, I still have that in me, you know, and it was just a beautiful, 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 beautiful feeling to have. Let me just jump to Wednesday. Wednesday was a very, very, very special day to all of us. Wednesday, to me, is the result of something that is being done from the heart, a result of a technology that is being rolled out. But because it is from the heart, it is rolled out flawlessly to the greatest ability that it could. Something that has never been done before. No company has ever rolled out like we did on Wednesday. Now, let's remember that ONPASSIVE our product, our company, ONPASSIVE, is created with artificial intelligence, like my brother Oliver just said. Artificial intelligence is at the underlying layer of this infrastructure, artificial intelligence. By that, we mean that they are building this system and then they're applying intelligence to this system. By applying intelligence to the system, you make the system to imitate human behavior, to behave like humans. However, there is also, my dear founders, there is also a sublime, unseen component in this infrastructure that is being put by our CEO from the scratch. It is called love. It is called affection and compassion. And that is how Mr. Mufara rolls out ONPASSIVE to the world. When he rolls out Obless, he's sending his message to the world and to all of us who are founders that this is us. This is what we're going to do. This is Mr. Mufara telling us that this is me. This is my personal legend. This is who I am. This is what this man has been since from childhood, I believe. He had always wanted to impact lives, to change life at a very large scale. And that's how he brings out ONPASSIVE to the world with Obless, thereby telling us indirectly not to forget when the apples start coming. Papua New Guinea is going to be a major benefactor of Obless. Papua New Guinea, Cameroon, there are many countries around the world. But Papua New Guinea also, in my mind, I believe, I've said this several times, those who have been listening to me, Papua New Guinea, I've said this several times, is also going to be one of the most transformed in the next 10 years. This country, Papua New Guinea, is going to be the most transformed country because of ONPASSIVE and the many founders that are in ONPASSIVE, having this spirit of Ash Mufare. Papua New Guinea, I salute you all. But the rollout of ONPASSIVE was just an exhilarating experience. It was a great feeling. You could see the dancing, the dancing fountain. You know, did you guys notice that the fountain were dancing from the music? It was dancing music. The imagery very captivating. The laser on the building. You know, that is a work of art. That is science. And that is what ONPASSIVE is. Ash Mufara brings it out in a scientific way, created by science. It's only science that can do that for all of us. And then ONPASSIVE is being brought to limelight in Dubai. Dubai, as we've said several times, is the hub now for technology. Everything is happening in Dubai when it comes to technology. And then we go in there, get the biggest and tallest, most expensive building in the world, not only get one office, but two. So Mr. Mufara is saying that here we are coming in and we are taking control. We are at the top. So when we are at that top, we can see everybody down and we know how to play our cards, how to position ourselves at any time. Because we are on top, we can see everybody. Like Oliver said, all the countries around that region, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, all of them, they are now digitalizing their country. All those Arab states. So we go in there with a company that has products for anything that you need. Fantastic. Fantastic, my dear friends. So my experience with Mr. Ash was, like everybody will tell you, the man is a very, very smart man, a strategic thinker. He smells like $1 billion. When Ash Mufara walks up to you, you can feel him, but from his smell, you can smell him coming to you. When he engages with you and he leaves you and walks away, he leaves himself with you. You have that, he has that aura, that presence. that lingers around for a little bit before it fades away. But whatever he tells you, whatever he says, my dear friends, whatever Ash Mufara says, everything, even if it's a joke that he's cracking a joke, it is something that is worthy of knowledge. In fact, I regretted most of my interactions with him. I should have had a recorder to record what he's saying, because anything that Mr. Mufara says makes sense. It's for the benefit of something, of someone. That's just how the man is wired. He looked at all of us, every single one of us, like his family. In fact, when Ash Mufara saw me for the first time, he hugged me, and I'm a big guy. As you can see, I'm a very big guy. You know, he hugged me and he lifted me up. And then inside, after the everything had the event we rolled out and everything, Mr. Ash Mufara went into his handbag, took out his perfume, his cologne, his perfume, and he was spraying it to all of us, all the men in there. The message is, I want you guys to be like me, to be like me. And then he talked of something called replication. We were sitting on a table across from him. It looks like he was just giving us a message. That was a sublime message. He talked of replication, that we should replicate ourselves. So what he's saying, all of us, each and every founder, my dear Papua New Guineans, each and every one of us should try to replicate Mr. Ash by doing what he has done for all of us. Because that's his personal legend. Let us go out and help the world, the entire world. You know, ONPASSIVE is not a joke. It's not blind optimism or wishful thinking. No, it is not. We've seen that now. We are live. We have introduced ourselves to the world. We are live. So it's not joke. It's not no blind optimism. We are here. We are launching to the world with offices in Orlando, Hyderabad, Singapore, Bangladesh, 2 in Dubai, and there are more coming. Have you ever heard any company before the launch at this scale with 5 offices in different parts of the world? No. Name one for me. You know. So, but the product, oh bless, is going to be of great benefit to not only Papua New Guinea, but to the entire world. Another product, Academy. Academy is a product that brings the school, the classroom to every household. Would that not help Papua New Guinea? Education is the key. Education is the shortest route to personal success. So Mr. Ash Mufara is going to bring education to all the rural areas in Papua New Guinea, even in where I come from. The village where my father was born is a very, very rural area. But as long as the internet is there, Academy. Children will attend kindergarten in Academy, because teachers who are here in the United States, kindergarten teachers will be able to upload their curriculum online and teach children anywhere around the world. Now look at the impact of that. The impact. The mind. You know, a child's mind is very flexible. These children will start behaving and thinking exactly like Americans. That is what Ash Mufara is bringing to us with Academy. I want us to think about that. I just wanted to talk about those 2 products. But let us remember that the product ONPASSIVE, let us remember the 3 S's, the 3 S, SSS. We call it S to the 3rd power. ONPASSIVE products are superior, like my brother Oliver said. They are superior. There is myself, Oliver, and Collins, and our other brother is not, I don't know if he's here yet, Vincent. We have a combined almost 90 years experience in the industry. We use a variation of these products every day. We are testifying to you that there is no product right now in the industry that can compare any of ONPASSIVE products. We are superior. ONPASSIVE products are superior. Mr. Ash Mufara is cutting all red tapes, everything, licensing, no problem, unlimited usage, everything to make the products are built, they are pro-business products. ONPASSIVE products are pro-business. They are superior. Number two, ONPASSIVE is a sophisticated system, like I said, AI from scratch, and then they are secured. I'm a security analyst, so is Oliver. If you look at it, Mr. Ash even informed us of more security protocols that they have that we did not know. So when you think of ONPASSIVE, based on what we've seen all this weekend and everything that's happened, think of the 3 S, S to the third power. Superior, sophisticated, and secure. Pass it back to you, David. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you very much for that. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
sharing.
Yes.
I'd like to call upon Colin Mana, if he's here.
Yes, I am.
Thank you, Colin. Yes, please.
Hello, David.
Share your take on what you view.
Yeah, so I just want to appreciate everyone. It's my first time to be here. And if I look at the time, it's 6.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for joining
so
us.
It's just 6:05 in the morning, UK time. So it's a pleasure. No, I've been looking forward to this day when Mati Digamo, our big brother, said, we want you to come to New Guinea and share your experience. And I was just like, you know what? I've never been here. I will stay up as long as it is. I'm happy to be here. And you know, you guys are really doing wonderful thing. You know, there are a lot of time I've watched your webinars, you know, the recorded one, and it's so amazing. You know, what you guys are doing is really amazing. Sometimes I used to give reference, especially when I attend a lot of webinars. And I said, if you take a look at New Papua Guinea, what they are doing, we shouldn't have complaints, especially our brothers in Africa. I said, if we can emulate what you guys are doing, honestly, we will be fine. Because if you guys can do it, go that extra mile to do what you are doing, nobody should complain. Nobody, there is no excuse to say, no, I can't do it. Because if A can do it, B can do it. So I just want to thank you, David, you know, and my condolences also go to you and your family. You know, this is how the world is. God always give and God always take. So we complain and we can't, you know, we can't argue with him. So I just look at Wednesday. You know, Wednesday was really massive. Honestly, I was really in tears watching something that started with an idea of one man, Mr. Ash Mufara. You know, when I joined ONPASSIVE, I look at, you know, the ONPASSIVE.com, the old site, where it was just like a frame, you know, the communication tool, like all the tools. There was nothing like Bless, Shop, all of those things. There was just nothing. I looked at it. I said, my God, what am I seeing? You know, though they were just like the names, but I was looking at the architecture behind those tools. And I know how is it possible for someone to integrate a product like this? Because we know only Microsoft did similar, smaller thing, you know, and that was just template. But we're talking about total internet solution. It is not a joke. You know, at that time, we discussed with Oliver, my brother here, Bob, and Vincent, who is not here. We said this would take ages. It is possible, but it will take a long time, maybe 4 years, 5 years. Because when you think of what Mr. Ash wanted to do, it was just like we're putting our mindset, you know, trying to put our brain, and then said, this is what they want to achieve. And we know if you want to cut down time like what he has done, you need hundreds of engineers. Not 1, not 2, not 17, you need hundreds of engineers to do this thing. And where we are now is because Mr. Ash employed up to 1,000 or 800 or 1,000 of them. No company will start that in the beginning. No company. And we're not talking about one product, we're talking about dozens of products. split them over those engineers with different expertise, different idea, using latest technology to build that. We know Mr. Ash is a genius, because there was a time I look at the job that Mr. Ash offered in Hyderabad. It was C++. And I said, my goodness, they are using latest technology, JavaScript, Angular, all these things, they are just something that people don't understand, which if we can sleep here explaining this thing, dissecting everything, telling you, once you come out with something, we can look at it and say, you know what, this is the framework they are using to build. Last time we discussed, we brought up with Bob here, Oliver and Vincent. The moment we look at the dynamic change, we know the technology, because in IT, you don't sleep. The moment you sleep, you'll be outdated. You are out of the game. You can have the best experience in this world. If you don't improve yourself, you are out of the game. No company can employ you. And that is why Mr. Ash is going for the best of the best guys in Hyderabad to build what we are seeing today. So what we saw on Wednesday is a replica of something that, is a thoughtful process, bringing this, pulling everything together, several moving parts, all integrated together, driven by artificial intelligence, automated. And the beauty about ONPASSIVE is the marketing part of it. Artificial intelligence selling for you like human beings, selling your products while you sleep. That is the most craziest thing. A lot of people, there are companies that do patches, as Bra Oliver said, and Bra Bob said, but they have not gone to that part where artificial intelligence will do the sales. There is no company. You show me one, I'll leave ONPASSIVE. Anybody will point me a company that do use artificial intelligence to drive sales, then I'll say, okay, I'm no more in ONPASSIVE. There is none. There is none at this moment. Only ONPASSIVE have done this thing, and that is the beauty about that. So looking at what happened, I was just looking at Mr. Ash. I said, you know what? You are really a man. Because he was just totally focused, forgetting about everything. People were just asking, why are we not going to launch? Why is this? Why is that? Those who don't understand technology, why is it not this? Why is it not that? It's taking too long. And we are saying, the IT guys, we said, no, we've just taken the short possible time, putting everything in the right place. Mr. Ash never cut, Mr. Ash will never cut corner. In technology, you cut corner, you fail. You fail totally. You cannot skip the process. I think there was a day, we, the tech guys, we demonstrate the process of developing software. And maybe one day, if we have time, we'll come to New Guinea, we'll show you guys how software is being developed from scratch. And that's just one product. We're talking about dozens of products, all integrated, and everything you want to do, you must start it from scratch, and you must not cut corner. Everything must be in place. The right people, the right expertise. If it will take 1 year, it is 1 year. You cannot reduce it. And this is the beauty about ONPASSIVE. We saw on Wednesday, the launching, the new baby is born. The thoughtful process that Mr. Ash put, everything in place, and making sure we must get there before we see what we saw on Wednesday. Because if it is not ready, Mr. Ash will not come out and say, yes, let's go. And Dubai is just one. Many more will come. He said our ears will pop, and our ears have already popped. Honestly, it is just massive, and it's crazy. If we think it's a joke, no, ONPASSIVE is real. As my brother have just said, it is real, and it is here to stay for a very, very long time. It is a strategic move to have the office in Hyderabad. That's where you get the best engineers. It's a strategic move to get the office in Dubai. That's where you get the marketing of our product. And honestly, we just have to understand IT, you go to the source. You don't wait for the food to come to you. You must go to the source, get the right people, the right time, and push the right button to explode something you want to explode in this world. So I will leave it there, and I just want to thank you very much, and I'm grateful to be your platform. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Collins. Thank you. Thank you. Papua New Guinea, you know, it's amazing. We are at the threshold of something that will change our lives individually, personally, and then it will flow on to the communities, households, communities, and the town and the country. And I believe that. And we can only say thank you to our CEO, Ash Mufara. And we also pay our gratitude to his wife and the children for standing with him. We also thank our engineers in Hyderabad, our staff working tirelessly in Hyderabad. We also take our hats off to our leadership council members around the globe who work tirelessly with Ash Mufara in bringing to us all the latest updates and keeping us informed, connecting with us. My big brother, Mati Digamo from another mother, is always there. He's around the clock. I don't know whether he sleeps or not. He's probably on AI technology already. He's being programmed. And thank you, Chris. Thank you, Redfern. Thank you, Julie Nguyen. Thank you for all you are doing. Thank you, Lynn, for always assisting in. And you know, there's so many names to mention here. I just want to thank all of you for standing in with us. Papua New Guinea, you know, and one plaka and nupla something na yumi say tok tasol so now I'm yumi looking long eye. Then you go long YouTube na you go to Facebook na you kisim all recordings na you play na you yet you harem. Me like encourage him all founders blow yumi. Please kisim na share him on them all people blow yumi. Yumi no got big time. We don't have much time left. You know, if you want to get in now, the door is shutting very, very fast. So if you have been invited before and you're still sitting there on the fence, break the fence under you and fall in forward and come in and join. So thank you. Thank you, Collins, for that, sharing with us. I'd like to call on Cynthia Brown if she's here. I know it's late, she's trying to sleep, but Cynthia, you are there at Boston, you know, share with us your experience in meeting the man, our CEO, and you know, share with us what you felt there and what you take on that event. And then I have Lynn and Julie is also here. Julie, thank you, Julie, for joining us. Yeah, thank you. Cynthia, go ahead.
Hello, David. Hello, P&G. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to see everyone. I had the best time of my life in Boston, especially when we first got together. Just seeing everybody at the airport. You know, you see everybody on the screen every day, and it's just not the same. You know, when you all get together, it was just like a great big old family reunion, and it was just so special. I just love each and every one of you, and we had a wonderful time. Meeting Ash was like the best thing that ever happened to me. I don't know what I did to be chosen, but it just made me feel so good just to be in the presence of all the leaders and in his presence. And when he first saw me, he ran to me and he picked me up. Then he when he put me down, he was jumping up and down. He said, "You're here, you're here, you're here." Like he was just really happy to see me. And he made me feel like royalty. Everybody did, you know, and he makes all of us feel like that. But everybody was just so we were just so close. It was a great experience. You know, even when we sat down and had dinner together, it just was so beautiful to see all of us sitting around the table, all walks of the world. You know, it just was beautiful, and I loved it. Ash is just like everybody say he is. He's very sweet. He smells good. He's, and I don't care what kind of troubles we have, he's always calm, cool, and collected. He never loses his cool. It's just great to be around a man like that. He's not the same. He's a different kind of man. I've never seen a man that spends time with his founders like that and do the things that he do for us. He really loves us. He loves his founders. You know, even if you didn't get a chance, believe me, we all gonna get a chance because he is crazy about us. So I just wanted to share my experience with him. You know, I really am thankful that I was chosen, and I'm thankful that I was there when this event happened, because it's nothing like being there, seeing that. And it was a beautiful sight. And just to see it in Dubai, we are in Dubai. You should see the picture on the mall. It's like it's huge and it's beautiful. I just can't believe that we're there. So I'm just happy that we came as far as we are, and good times is coming. And I'm very, very, very happy for these countries, PNG and Kenya and all these countries that's getting ready to get help. Help is on the way. Just thank you all. That's all I have. Love you, Marty.
Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, my sister.
Oh, can I say one more thing? David,
Sure.
peace and blessings to your wife. I really did like her. I loved her. She was a very sweet lady. She knew me. She recognized me. And I just wanted to say, I just wanted to say prayers to you and your family.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Cynthia.
Welcome.
Okay, I have another person, Lynn Nakamoto. She's here with us. And then I'll call on Julie and Sherry. Is Sherry here? I just want us to just take in the experience that they're sharing, and then I'll invite my Papua New Guineans to come on and they can share their take on the Wednesday night event.
Hello, everybody. I just want to say how happy I am to see David, and you're looking really good, David. And just the fact that you've resumed our webinars. I've missed them so. You know, it's like you take things for granted and then when they're gone, you realize how much you treasure them. So I'm so happy that the webinars have resumed. And I'm glad everything worked out with the memorial service and the burial. The memorial service was just beautiful. And I'm so glad that you let us be part of it. And may Suzanne rest in peace. We all loved her. You know that.
Thank you.
And as far as the Boston event, it was really spectacular. I really enjoyed just being around the founders, with the leaders and founders. That was a special thing. The days that we had together, just getting to know everyone was special. Ash to me was very, very wonderful to us. He's just a loving and kind man. He's humble. He's soft-spoken. He's funny. He's witty. And he can be goofy. And he can be like childlike, you know? So he's fun because, you know, he's a genius, but he doesn't take himself too seriously and he can relate to us. And he treated us like gold. So I just want people to know that we're so, so lucky to have Ash Mufaro at the helm of ONPASSIVE, and we never want to take him for granted. I also wanted to just say a little bit about the UAE and its initiative. You know, the country has a national strategy, and that strategy is for artificial intelligence in the year 2031. So what they want to do is transform the UAE into a world leader in AI. And what they're going to do is invest in people and industries that are key to their success. So Ash Mufaro was very wise, in my opinion, in selecting Dubai to have a couple of floors there, you know, in that building, the building that I can never remember offhand. the
Burj
name of.
Khalifa.
Burj Khalifa. I know, it's so hard to remember that. But yeah, the Burj Khalifa, I mean, it wasn't an accident. He was calculating in his decision, right? What country, where, what city, and all of that. Made sense when I read about that initiative. And ONPASSIVE is all about IT and AI. So it was just fitting that we went there. I just wanted to say that. Thank you so much. I want to give others the time to talk too. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. I have Sherry, and then I'll have Julie. Is Sherry here?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I wasn't
Oh,
on camera.
okay.
First off, I surely missed you guys. I love you all to pieces. You really bring it through the heart, through and through, clear to clear, one end to the other, and out the exit. You are so wonderful over there. And with the, I missed you guys, like I said. Glad you're so part of this. Glad that you are giving it your all, and you could feel your heart through and through. As far as the event go, it was amazing. I feel honored to even be there. I was blessed and honored at the same time to be there, and to see the people that you see on the webinar was really phenomenal. But when you can really touch somebody and give them a hug and sit and chat with them a little closer and that kind of thing, it's really, you even feel it even more of the heart there, because we I believe that the people in that he sorry, I'm kind of blank for words. People gather together with people like unlike people. So and when I saw Ash, like I really didn't think we was going to see him that night when we got off the plane, and I kind of like look a little presentable, so I felt kind of bad, but it just kind of flew out the window when I saw him, because he, like people say, he was genuine. He was like a little kid. He was jumping up and down. Oh my gosh, he says, you guys are here, and he gave everybody a hug, and it was just genuine. And it's like he's family. We're all family. Every single one of us here is family. We're not just friends, we're actually family. And we treat each other like family. We listen. And that's the same thing with the CEO of this company, Ash Mafar. And I wish I was able to meet his wife and his lovely children, because they really given all as well. But I was able to meet him. He's genuine. He's like family. He's respectful. He listens to you. He's not off looking around. He wants to know about you. It's not about, he doesn't really talk about himself. It's always about, oh, how's this? How's that? And how it could help you. And when we were eating dinner, he didn't, Michael wasn't there yet. He's like, well, where's Michael? So he's concerned where the other people were, where his family is. And the same thing with when the dinner came out, he wasn't going to eat until everybody got their plate. But to make it's just phenomenal when you meet this man, and to know that this company, whatever power you believe in, it is driven by a higher power. Because I don't know one man who could do what he does and have all the wrapped up into a beautiful bowl of personality that he has, and bring it down and be gentle and kind. When things go wrong, he still just knows to keep going forward. It wasn't meant to be, and he just keeps building and building and going and going. And he loves everybody, is like family. Even if he were to meet you on the street, he would talk like family. So that's all I have. I love you guys, miss you guys. And by the way, the old bless is coming your way, and we'll be blessing the world. We'll be changing it to the better. Not so much suffering. I love it. I can't wait till it comes your way. David, you guys need it more than anything. And I'm here for you if you ever need anything, a call, any kind of help. So that's all I have. I love you guys all to pieces. You know that. And I will see you at the very next top.
Top.
Where our
Yes.
ears have pops.
At the top.
Love you guys.
Thank you, Sherry. Come on, Julie, my sister. Hi, Julie.
Hello, David. Hello, Papua New Guinea. We miss you.
Thank you. Thank you. We miss you too.
We miss you so much, but we know that you are there, and we all know that we miss Susan here with us, but we all know that she is watching over us, and we are the people will be carrying her legacy alive. So oh gosh, I feel chills in myself just talking about it. We miss you. I'm glad that you're here tonight. The experience in Boston was so genuinely kind, sweet, compassion, and gosh, meeting Ash in the very first time, there was no distance between any of us when we first met with each other. It was just love, excitement, and gosh, it seems like a family reunion where we had to quarantine for so many years. And then, when you get to actually see each other and meet each other and just hug and scream, we create just such a scene outside in the airport. The tiredness, not be able to sleep at night was just kind of like poop out. All we hear is just enjoy our family. And meeting Mr. Ash Mufarad for the very first time was kind of cool. He's such a cool guy. I mean, he came and all the women here, he picks us up. He even tried to pick up Chris Johnson and Milo, and it was really cool. I mean, just watching that, knowing our friend, our brother, Mr. Ash Mufarad, it's really a cool guy, And then when it comes to the event itself, I mean, see his calmness, see his determination, see his excitement, and you just watch the guy, how he composed himself. It's already in his mind, his heart is ingrained. All of what he is doing right now, it's ingrained in his mind. It's all he has to do was sharing to the world. And such a beautiful experience, and it's just very different. You will never experience things like this ever again. Like, you will experience more and more with Mr. Ash, but you can never find this genuine relationship with everyone in ONPASSIVE and with Mr. Ash and with the people that we see every single day, because we know that ONPASSIVE is everything for all of us. And just sitting there and watching the video Oblast that he did in Hyderabad, it just pulling you. It's like it's pulling you, and you can't stop not crying. You'll cry because it's not sadness, it's a joy that I'm able to do that. I'm going to do that. Like,
Yes.
I feel like, how you feel that power in your hand, where you
Yes.
actually can use your hand, your brain, and you can do anything that you want. You just follow that passion. Watching that video. And then there's another video tonight I saw a few hours ago, I saw on our ONPASSIVE channel, official channel, was actually really cool. And I was driving while I saw that, and I'm like, no, I can't look at it, but some of us know that I had a ticket because I was on my phone, but I can't wait to watch that. I mean, we got to see the heart of our friend, Mr. Ash Mufarad. We see the things that he does, and you got to watch the Julie and Milo show, interview him after that, where he used the Julie Milo show and share the story, how he did, how his wife pushes him to go out there in the night of Boston to bring what they don't use in their home, to bring it out to the world, to the people that are on the street. I mean, it's just knowing that our lives, knowing that the humanity lives, it's already taken care of. And not only Mr. Ash Mufarad, it's the leading man doing that. And I believe every single one of us will be the leading man or the leading woman in our own community, in our own neighborhood, in our own country, and in our own world. And you know what? We've got this. We're going to do this, and we can eradicate the corruption. We can eradicate the homelessness, And a lot of the homeless, they don't want it to say homelessness, but we're going to call the houselessness also. And we are going to do that, not just giving them a house, but giving them the skills, giving them the ability for them to be able to stand on their own. And that's what it's important. That's what any one of us can do it. If you are in ONPASSIVE and you cannot see this and your heart is not pulling you out, pulling that passion, that power out from you to do that, you are at the wrong place. And I'm sorry I say this to you, but I say this is because I really, truly want you, whoever that listening to what we all say here, to feel what we all feel. Okay, to see what we all see and to feel that satisfaction that yes, I can do it. And I can see myself in my mind right now to do that. And I think we all looking at some of the video, the acts that Mr. Ashmufar, his entire team are doing it, you can see yourself doing that as well. And I encouraging every single one of you, do not let fear stop you from doing what you want. Fear isn't scary. What's underneath the fear, it's important. And if you could break through that fearness, you'll break it through, you're going to feel yourself being lifted up. You're going to feel that you are untrap yourself from whatever that fear is. So what is underneath of the fear, it's important. It's not just the fear, it's underneath of it. So break out that fearness, you're going to see yourself grow and you're going to see yourself have that power, that ability, like I can do it and I can do more. And we all know he is a leading man doing it. And if you watch every single action of the word that he said, very powerful. And if we all take what is out there, what he said, the story that he hear, and it's true, we got to listen to it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times for it to actually hit you. And once it hit you, it's never going to change. You just keep moving forward in that path. And I encourage every single one of us here. We are all leaders. We are all leader in our family, leader in our community, leader in our entire state. You are leader. It doesn't need to take a leader or someone to say, oh, you are the superstar. You are yourself and you are the only one can make that happen. So thank you so much for having me, David. We miss Papua New Guinea and we are so glad that Papua New Guinea is back and we are going to do this again and again every single week. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you. Thank you. Powerful words, powerful words. And yes, you just reminded me, brought back to memory the Ash was telling Chris Johnson that, brother, we have a lot to do, you know. There's a lot to do now. So that's the challenge that is before us as founders. And, you know, as we start to get ourselves, our lives settled up, then, you know, there's a lot to do within ourselves, within our surrounding communities. So thank you, Julie, for that. And yes, I have Lynn, your hand is up. You have something else to say? Please go ahead.
Yes, this is a message from Key Wendell. He said he wanted to go to Boston, but his situation didn't permit him to go. He had work to return to. He couldn't make it back in time, but he wished he could have been there. And he wants me to tell you, David, he says hello, and hello to everyone in PNG. He also says, just give them my best. I am always encouraged by PNG. Hello from me, I'm at work. That's from Key.
Thank you, Lynn.
That's
Thank
it.
you, Key. If you're watching later on, we salute you. Thank you. You do a lot of work. You're working tirelessly at the place that you work in. You support a lot of lives, you know, so we appreciate what you do. Thank you, Key, for being with us. And let me call on someone from India who was invited to go and visit Hyderabad office during that night of celebration and launching. So Mr. Sampath Patel, you're here with us. If you can come on, unmute and you can speak.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you, David sir. Greeting to everyone. Thank you very much. to the host, co-host, and all attendants for uniting me to this platform. Especially, I would like to thank our great LC member David Bakau, who gave me gave me chance here. Friend,
Go ahead. Go
my
ahead. You
name
can
is
share.
yeah. Friends, my name is Sampat Lal Patel, and I am from Gujarat, India. I had visited Hyderabad office 4 months ago from today, and at that time I could not go inside the office, and I felt very bad on that day. But I did not give up, and on the same day I made a promise to myself that I will come within days. I will definitely enter inside our office, and friends, I focused on my work. I did many national and international webinars, and our company caught sight of me, and I got an invitation from ONPASSIVE for the global event of 30th March. And I would like to thank you, our CEO S. Mufra and the Hyderabad tech team. Friends, no work is difficult if you do that work diligently, and you definitely get its result one day. So I am now sharing my experience of ONPASSIVE office visitor journey among you. The day I got the invitation, my happiness knew no bounds. And on 30th, I reached the Hyderabad flight, and we were given a warm welcome by our company staff at the airport. After that, we were taken to Ila Hotel by the five-star car. From there, many of our founders had already reached there, including Neeraj Dalvi, Mukund Kabra, Jaswant Singh Jasti, Kaushik Pandya, etc. I was very happy to meet him because we used to see him only through video conferencing for the last 2.5 years. We had lunch with all these founders, and the facility of that hotel was 5-star. From there, we were taken to our Hyderabad office by Volvo bus at 5:30 in the evening. On reaching there, we saw that many founders had reached to see us without invitation. Then the security guard of the company took us inside the office, made our way to go. And when we went inside,
We lost you, Sampat. Hello, hello.
Hello.
We
Sampat,
lost
can you hear?
Sampat. We lost India.
He's gone off. Oh, Sampat, you there?
Yeah,
Unmute. Yeah.
we cannot hear you, Sampat.
Sampat, we can't hear you.
No. I see his mouth is moving, but no sound. We can't hear you, Sampat. It's not
Sampat, we
working.
can't hear you. You're muted. Unmute yourself.
No, it's not working. We see your mouth is moving, but we cannot hear you.
Okay.
Sound नहीं आ रहा।
Okay.
आवाज नहीं आ रहा।
While he's getting himself
Yes.
fixed, we can. Okay, you're back. You're back.
No, it's me, David.
Okay, we can come back to him later. We'll move on. All right, I'd like to call on Veronica Weyang, our LC member in Papua New Guinea, to give her take on what happened and what she sees about all this. Before Veronica speaks, Mati, can I ask you to just give a take on the what this live marketing event means in terms of the company moving forward for us founders, so we can understand what is the purpose of this marketing campaign. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know, when you're when people market, I mean, especially like the level of Ash Mufarah, you don't just throw something in a store and say, buy this. You build it up. You build up the excitement. The iPhone, for example, when it first came out, they didn't just say, hey, by the way, there's a new product called an iPhone, go get it. They built it up for months. And when the day came that it opened to the world officially, and they started selling the iPhones, people stood in line for 2 days, 3 days to get the first iPhone. And that's how you build up marketing. There's marketing, and then there's build up to marketing. That's how you get what we call a viral effect. Now, it happened the same way back in the 80s when Michael Jackson made that first video called Thriller. It was a 20-minute video. I think to this day, one of the most highly watched video of all time, but he didn't bring it out, hey, it's going to be here tomorrow. They built it out for months. Build it up, and then boom. And the way that Mr. Mufarah and ONPASSIVE is building this up to this level, well, now the explosion is starting. So the effect, boom, the world is starting to see ONPASSIVE. And we came into ONPASSIVE, into the world as a unicorn company, which is phenomenal. We're not starting in a garage, in an attic. A lot of people say, look at Amazon, look at all these other big companies. If you really go look at where they started, it was started with nothing. Nothing. Now picture a company that is born as a unicorn. It's massive. It's a massive, massive thing. And what it means to everybody here and everybody in Papua New Guinea is when the doors open, we're going to have a tidal wave of people and customers, resellers coming in to be part of this big, exciting company, guaranteed. And they'll come in. I would not be surprised if at one point we're not bringing in 250,000 people every day, in my opinion. And that is massive. It could get to 1 million a day. It could even get bigger. I don't want to exaggerate too much, but you don't, listen, the whole buildup and the whole foundation of ONPASSIVE, and I've said this to a lot of people, I say it a lot, Ash built the biggest runway that has ever been built so that the largest plane that ever flew ONPASSIVE can land on it safely. The takeoff and landing of ONPASSIVE has to do with how strong is the foundation of the company. Let me tell you what it is. It's over 1 million founders strong. We have opened up companies all over the world, and the big one last Wednesday in Dubai. You cannot find a better launching pad than Dubai. Ask anybody that's been there. Oliver has friends there. He's called them. They see ONPASSIVE. They see it. Now, Ash told me on the phone after that, because he's still on cloud 9, this is only the beginning. We're going to be doing this, boom, every few weeks. Every few weeks, it's going to be an explosion. And by the way, every time you watch a large event and it opens and something bigger happens, it's for you. You might be sitting in Papua New Guinea somewhere and think, well, that's not me. If you're a founder, it's you. You're as valuable as anybody in the world. Remember that. When this happens, your link that is coded to you will go on rotators and be shared with millions and millions and millions of people every second, every hour, every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And you're going to see something happen, and you're part of something you can only dream of. I told my wife the other day, I came out of the bedroom, I said, do me a favor, pinch me. She said, why? I said, this can't be real. It's real, and we're all part of it. But I'm telling you, every step that you see is marketing at its best. Look, Ashmafara, we know, is a genius, okay? He built a company that the world has never seen. But what we haven't seen yet is he's the best marketer in the world too. Now that part of Ash is coming out, and you watch what happens. You watch what happens, because he told me we still only know 1/10 of what's going on. So just picture that. And everyone here that's a founder is part of it. Nobody's high, nobody's low. We're all high physically. And yeah, we're all up at the top. We all belong there. And look, if you want to share with somebody and they don't get it, don't push it. Tell them, have a nice life and move on. Because I'll tell you what, I guarantee everybody you've ever mentioned ONPASSIVE to, they'll be a customer one day. Because ONPASSIVE is going to have anything you possibly need from A to Z. And another thing, when the physical products come out, if somebody's walking through the mall of ONPASSIVE, they're going to find something they want. And when they buy it, if it's your part of the mall, you get paid. So I want you to picture, this is not a 5 and dime store. It's your mom. It's not your mom's donut shop or your debt. It is huge. Like I said, the company is starting where most companies never make it to, never even get to where we are right now. And the front doors are not even open yet. So hang tight. If you can share before it closes, do it. If not, one more founder comes in, who cares? Who cares? You share it. If they don't want to come in, I tell them, adios. I don't talk anybody into anything. Got one day I told a guy, okay, thanks, bye. Wait. How come you're not trying to talk me into it? I said, I don't need to talk you into it. If you can't see it, you have eyes, you just happen to be blind. I can't help you. They don't like it, but that's the truth. You tell somebody now, we have the best company in the world, they will do everything for you. They just launched in Dubai in the tallest building in the world, and you have to pay $97, and they say, well, what else do I have to do? Good night. That's what I tell you have to do. Go to bed. I'll see you later. I'm going to move on to somebody else. You know why? Because 1 million of us saw it. 1,200,000 saw it. And there's more people out there. They're coming in now, by the way, just from Papua. Now, by the way, those ads running in Dubai, they go to ONPASSIVE.com. They're going to founders if they sign up. Just so you know. So if you get random people signing up, it's from that. And this is only the beginning. Remember that. This is the beginning. Ash told me, don't take your seatbelt off now. You're going to get hurt. Leave it on, because we're on for a ride of our life. And that would, but what you saw on Wednesday is the biggest marketing thing that ever happened in mankind on business. The biggest. Seriously, it's amazing you saw what we saw. Just wait and tell you what's coming. I mean, he told me on the phone, he goes, people have no idea. Yeah, people have no idea. So stay plugged in. If you got friends and family that aren't in, give them one more chance, but don't beg anybody. Because if they can't see it, they can't see it. Anyway, that's all I have. But thank you, Papua New Guinea. And David, I forgot to say, I love you, brother. Sorry you lost your wife. Susan was like a sister to me. It hurt me very bad. I even had trouble talking about it. But you know, I love you from the beginning. What you did in Papua New Guinea was a miracle, absolute miracle. And I believe this, all of you are here because you're meant to be. You draw who you're like. Remember that. If you're with somebody and not ONPASSIVE, it's because they're somewhat like you. Guaranteed. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother Mati. Thank you for that. Okay, I have Veronica Wang. Please come on.
David, thank you. Wow. I'm still overwhelmed. I am truly blessed to be a founder in ONPASSIVE. I mean, who would give me an opportunity to be a part of a great company like this in my lifetime? I thank Ash Mufera. Thank him for this man's heart and for his vision. Because of that, we have Papua New Guineans in this company, and I'm so proud. And I thank God for you, David. Our sister Susan is gone, but I thank you for your leadership. You have held the fort, you've been steadfast, and you have brought us through. You weathered the storm, and we're still here, and we're still counting. I thank you, my brother, and I salute you. Thank you, Marty, for godfather of ONPASSIVE Nation PNG. Oh, and by the way, you know, recently I heard everyone referring to you as godfather of ONPASSIVE. Okay, that didn't go down well with us, but it's okay. We'll let go of the naming rights and we'll allow you to be that. That's your recognition, so we give it to you. But thank you, Marty. Because of your persistence, you didn't give up on David. You got David in, and look where we are now. We're all here. We're all part of this journey. We've joined 1.2 million other founders, incredible people, wonderful people in this world. And we're part of this big family. You know, Wednesday, 30th of March, wow. I was speechless. I mean, we started off with the Oblast in India, and where the staff in India went out. They did what we were talking about, you know, what we were imagining that we would do. But it was good to see it all played out in front of us. So we did say that Oblast was Ash's signature product, and it would underline everything else that we did. And he launched the marketing campaign with his Oblast product, and so just watching it all, I had tears. I was so emotional, and I mean I'm not the only one. There were so many others who were emotional too as well. And then he took us from there, and we went to Dubai. When I saw the Burj Khalifa come up on the screen, I saw the waterfall, and I thought, oh my God, this is going into Dubai now. I wanted to scream, but you know, in PNG, the time was 2 a.m. in the morning. And I got units, there are other units so close to me. So if I scream, they would think maybe I got held up or something like that. So I would have neighbors, you know, running over with bush knives and everything. So I couldn't. I had to control myself. But I tell you, I was just overwhelmed. I had tears running. I just couldn't believe it. It felt like we were there. No, we didn't have to be there, but I tell you, in the spirit, in our emotions, we were there. We were there, and we shared it with Ash and the team in Boston. We shared it with the team in Hyderabad. We were there with Muhammad Kamal and the team in Dubai. it was just wonderful. It was just beyond. Ash just blew us out of the water. Ash is one incredible person, you know, a genius, a man with a great heart, with a great wife, with a great family, sharing this company to the whole world, including PNG. PNG will never be the same. We will never be the same. We got 7,500 plus and counting. In the last 2 days, I saw 40 people coming in my team, just in the last 2 days. So I think we're probably way past 7,500. We're speeding towards the 8,000 mark now. You know, we got game changers. We got people who are going to move the communities, change the way we live. We generally share even the little we have in PNG. But now that we are part of ONPASSIVE, Ash is enabling us. It's 8,000 plus Papua New Guineans who are going to go out there and make a mark. And only because we now have the means and ability to do it. And I thank Ash from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And we couldn't do it. We wouldn't come this far if we didn't have all the help that we have from our founders from around the other countries to turn up for our webinars, to help us and assist us with the explanations, the updates. It's been a collective and a collaborative effort from every founder who has put time and effort into this. I mean, thank you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank everyone who's here, and I thank everyone who's been, and I thank everyone who's still part of this journey. And we thought this was the best. No, I believe the best is still yet to come, and there's more to come. So thank you, Brother David. Stanley, come back to you. We are on to something. We talking about hard lot talk, yeah, hard lot talk. I'm talk I'm hard, yeah. Blood is something
Yes.
to master. You may better talk, but you could talk going up tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Veronica. Yes, we are all there. We were all there in all the 3 locations. We were in Dubai, we were in Boston, and at the same time, we were in Hyderabad. Yes, thank you. Nancy, come on.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Perhaps you are right, huh?
Miare, yes, you talk.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Papua New Guinea, thank you. Good afternoon, Loipal Geta. And good afternoon to all our friends around the world. And in the house, we have the godfather of ONPASSIVE Nation PNG, Mr. Mati Digamo. We love you, honor you, appreciate you. Like we always say, you're the bomb. And the bomb has just caused an explosion in Dubai. And we're so grateful for that. And we also have the Mr. Hey, life is beautiful with Mr. Chris Johnson in the house. That's good, wonderful. And we also have our tech IT gurus in the house as well, Mr. Oliver, Mr. Takusi, and Collins. Thank you for all that you're doing and schooling us and educating us and bringing us out of this, mindset of being in a little third world country, poor mentality, feeling sorry for ourselves. The world is gonna crash down on us, but we thank you for bringing us out. And PNG is a beautiful country, and we've got a lot of confidence, a lot of excitement and zeal and passion. And I just want to say thank you to Mr. Ash Mufara. Wow. What a blessing, what a movement. It is an organic movement. And let me tell us, you cannot kill an organic movement. It cannot die. It has life. Anything that is organic continues to live on. With you or without you, it will go on. With the critics or without the critics, anything that is organic, be it a company, a life, a business, anything for that matter on the planet Earth, it will live on. And so today, I just want to say thank you, especially first of all to our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, because number one, he did not bend down to pressure. He did not succumb to people's opinions. He did not give up because some people gave up on life and they have no hope and they're pestering him to come on, bring this baby out when this baby was only maybe a day old in the womb. And there was so much pressure on the outside. And I look back, when I sat on that panel on the 30th USA, but 31st PNG time, I look back at a man who has a divine nature on the inside of him. I know that there is a word, an eternal word that forever spoken a long time ago. It says this: can a nation be born in a day? And before you know it, it was already born. You can find that in the best book of all, the Bible, Isaiah 66, and read it. When I was sitting on that panel, this word kept resonating in my spirit. And I was sitting there and I just felt God just tell me, can you see it? Can I not bring it to the delivery and not deliver the baby? And I sat there and I saw Ash Mufara as somebody who got connected to a divine mindset, because when you look at humanity right now, we truly need an awakening. We truly need the resurrection. There's a lot of death. There's a lot of decay, honestly, around the world. In my country is even worse. And I sat there and this word kept coming to me. Can ONPASSIVE be born? And then I heard Mr. Mohammed Kamal said, it took us 1 year to deliver this, to deliver the 134th floor and 151 floor. Let me tell us, 2020 is the year of double. It has happened, 2 buildings, double, my goodness. I was on fire. I actually put my hands up. And I was not given another opportunity to tell us, come on, guys, you cannot sit there and just like, oh, it calls for a celebration. It calls for a celebration, definitely. 2022 is the year of double. It's not only double, but double. And we've got 2 buildings. Incredible. It has to be definitely God in this. It has to be definitely, like Mr. Mufara always say, it has to be out of this world. Definitely it was out of this world. And I was sitting there and I was so full of, I don't know how to express it. I was so excited and I didn't know that the theme would be blue. And I went to a second-hand shop because I want to look best for my company. I don't know what was going to happen. So I said, late in the afternoon, I told the boys, my husband was out in a ministry in another province. So I said, boys, can you just take me to a second-hand shop? I want to wear something good. And I want to wear something blue because blue speaks of the heavenly places. It's the high, it's the sky, it's life. It's life full, it's life, Zoe life, unlimited. And so I went and thank God I found this here in PNG. It's 80 Toya, a small, a nice blue, sky blue jacket, sort of. And I wore it, and in my heart, I felt incredible. I felt I was literally on the top of the world. And during the day, I wanted to log into my back office. And when I went into Google, I saw this thing about Dubai and all these gold-plated vehicles. And, they were talking about gold and everything is golden in Dubai. And instead of going into the back office, I actually went to Dubai that afternoon, not knowing that in the evening, crossing over on the midnight call, we're gonna literally step into Dubai. Come on, people. Oh man, I just like, wow, God, I am just so excited, so fired up. When I saw, at first I was sitting there on the panel and talking you know, Mati, I thought we were going to watch it first and then you give us the opportunity to say something. But man, when you called us out, it was like, wow, what a privilege, what a blessing. We never knew, we don't even, for one, I have no idea what was going to happen and what is going to take place. But in my heart, I felt like it has to be blue. It has to be something of the heavens. It has to be something that is full of life, Zoe life, unlimited. Something supernatural is about to take place. I felt it in myself. And when Mr. Mufara began to play that, shed his screen life to us, my God, I saw these buildings and I'm like, I was there today, this afternoon, roaming around trying to find my way in Dubai. And here I am right at the top of the world. Woo! I was so excited. Man, what? Did we have tears of joy? Were we psyched up? Oh, yes, we can be psyched up. Were we so joyful because I lost my two powerful people in PNG. I know about other founders there, Papua New Guineans that have died as well, some doctors, we've lost them. But to me, my mother, Susan, and my pops, Freddie, they were so committed, so committed. They were 1000% committed to ONPASSIVE. And when I lost them, I sat there and I thought of them. I said, wow, these people, they worked night and day, nonstop. Freddie Lavaki, he has to endure the stormy weathers in his village. He has to go to really, really difficult weather conditions to share this ONPASSIVE. And I was sitting there and I was looking at this Burj Khalifa and I said, God, I thank you for people like this. They have the spirit of Mr. Mufara. They truly have this spirit and they truly caught the vision of Mr. Ash Mufara and they never backed down on the day they died. They never gave up on the day they breathed their last. And I'm so thankful that they were truly legacy warriors. They fought for the common and ordinary people who will be on the top of the world. They will be walking into these blessings. They will walk into this, fulfillment of dreams and visions. And we're going to change our communities and nations. We're going to help people. And when we look behind us, we will only remember when we stand on the 51st floor of Burj Khalifa. We're going to see Susan and we're going to see Fred Lavaki looking down from the heavens and say, guys, you see, we never give up on you. We never call it a quit. We saw something coming, but we've made you a promise that we're going to take you all the way. And today you can celebrate. So on this note, I want to thank Mr. Ash Mufara. These people truly, they have the spirit of Mr. Ash Mufara and they gave all. And when we look back now, we're so great. You know what, this thing is, for those of you in Boston, I know you went there, you touched Mr. Mufara, you had fellowship with him. Man, Mr. Mufara, yeah, man, like him too much. I love you, kill him, yeah, you blow, please. I just told my people that Mr. Ash Mufara, he's killed by love. Love is just overwhelming and flowing, and it's just too much. In Pidgin, when we say it in our language, it's gonna really touch your heart. You better learn Pidgin. Pidgin is really simple, so we can, when you come to PNG, we don't need to speak English. We break it down in Pidgin and you get the feelings and your heart will rupture to on the inside of you. Hey, come on. So I just want to thank Mr. Mufara for standing tall, standing true to his vision, to his belief system. He has a solid belief system that cannot be shaken by nobody. A man of vision is not gonna be, try to just create a space for people with nagging mindset. Let us say that if you have nagging mindset, bite me. That's from our God, Father of ONPASSIVE Nation. All of you know him. Bite me. Now, if you see the building in Burj Khalifa, if you see all these big screens there, and you still do not believe, you better get your heart and your mind into the operating theater. Let me be your doctor. Woo, I might touch a wrong organ and you might leave us for good. No, I better be not your doctor. Because come on, there's nothing as incredible and amazing that has just happened. And we happen. Let me tell us something. Muhammad Kamal said in 1 year, they brought all these things to pass. Now, when we look back at all this high-tech company right now, billion and million, trillion-dollar companies on the planet right now, none of them were born in a year. None of them were born in a year. So it has to be a man that walks with God, has the mind of God, that can literally bring to fulfillment what is happening in a day. Because God says, can I not bring it in a day? Can I not bring it to the delivery place and not give birth? Before you feel the birth pangs, the baby was already born. For those of us who are doubting, fearful, ashamed, afraid, all kinds of nonsense going on, I pray that you change your mind and you shift. Either you shift in with us and shift up, or you shift out. Get your $97 and have a good life, everybody. Back to you, Mr. Bakau. Daddy, I love you and love all of you. Thank you very much.
Woo.
Oh, I'm glad I don't have to follow her, David. Love you, Nancy. Nancy's back.
Yes, yes, yes. Wow, fully energized, fully energized. Thank you, Nancy. Okay, we might have a few minutes for a couple of our Papua New Guineans, please. Raise your hands. Is Joe Orambari there, or Daniel Sunny there, or Anola Kamanga? Come on, come forth. Come forth and say your take on what has happened and what we are going to go through now. So your perspective. And then we can round it up and close off. Nathaniel Coop, your hand is up. Unmute and speak.
Hello, David. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but not clear.
Okay. I think I'll probably stop on the road side and I'll talk. But if you can hear me, can I start now?
Yeah. Go ahead. You can start. What's your driving?
Okay. Good afternoon. From Mount Hagen, the altitude in the highlands of Papua New Guinea. I am a proud founder. I am so thankful. And late Fred Lavati, through whom and through David, Fred came to know the business. So these people, I would like to say thank you to you all. It is indeed a gift. It's something that would have never happened in our lifetime, in my lifetime, or even in the lifetime within this short period of time since the day we came to know the business. Thank you. To the logo that's sitting at the back of all the screens, I can see the faces I can see, that top. Yes, Mr. Mufare is a man that delivers according to what he says. And he says to deliver what he takes us into, and he is a man of his own word. As is a man who is wired to live in a time such as this, what he has delivered speaks for himself. I think in the coming weeks and months, we will see the next the different eyes and the level of the man himself. What has happened has put us, especially us Papua New Guineans, on the front page. We used to be in the back page in terms of the advancement of technology, infrastructure, in almost everything in the scope of the different levels of our existence as a community, as a country. ONPASSIVE took us from the back page and landed us in the front page, right at the top, at the 54th floor, 151st floor. It's an incredible journey for us, and I'd like to thank the team, Mati Digamo. Thank you for what you have committed yourself to. You know, you never gave up on David. You kept following him. You kept pestering him. You didn't give up on him until the day he woke up and he said yes to the call. And that is something that we appreciate. Your persistence has paid off, and it will now bring about lasting impact in our country. We thank you so much, Martin Digamo. For the tech team and everyone else that have been part of this journey, you guys have been an inspiration to us. We have learned a lot from you. We've educated ourselves to a point where we seem to be like, I'm not a techie guy. I've never finished school too, but I talk like a technician. I talk like a tech savvy, and a lot of my comrades, they started thinking, where did this guy just get all this knowledge from? And I believe you have had a lot of impact in our lives and the way and our perspective in the way we have been thinking. And yes, technology is the way forward. There is no other way. And we know it's God that is his hand is in this business and on the life of the man himself, as Mufari and his family. This business is not about business, but it's about humanity and lifting up humanity and giving men the dignity, giving human beings dignity, giving human beings their place on the planet, regardless whether they live in the skyscrapers or they live in the mountains or whether they live in the slums. Everybody back their dignity and the pride for which God has put man on the planet to be. I am so thrilled with the event that happened on the 31st. In fact, that is something that will go down in our history, and we are so proud of it. Thank you, David. I'll leave it here.
You froze, Marty. David froze.
David. Yeah, David. Are you there, David?
Hello. Yes. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah, we can hear you now, David.
Okay, Nathaniel, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And if Joe is there or Daniel is there or Mr. Arnold Lakamanga is there, come forward and share your bit and we can close off. It's been a wonderful webinar.
David.
Lucy is there.
Oh, Lucy.
Oh, Lucy, okay. Yes.
Yeah. Lucy, go ahead first.
Okay, Lucy, go ahead and then Arnold can speak. Lucy, you can unmute.
Hello, David, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, you can speak.
Hello, David. Thank you so much.
Might be better if she
Thank you,
shuts off her
everyone,
video.
for attending our PNG webinar. Wow, I'm so proud to be a part of this movement. Everything is just wonderful and so excited.
I think we lost Lucy.
Lucy, I think your network is
I would like
playing up. You can put the video off, turn your video off so that the audio will come on.
I tried to close her video twice, but it didn't work.
David Bakau.
Okay, we've lost it. Mr. Lakamanga, you there? You can speak.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Go
here,
ahead.
David. David,
Okay.
firstly, you know, I know you've lost your right-hand person, and you know the heart aches when you see the next chair next to you being empty. I feel for that, and but I'm glad that you can hold up despite all that. I just want to say my feelings on that morning of Thursday, 31st, than anything else. No, I can't beat Nancy to what she said about ONPASSIVE and the impact that it will have on every one of us here in Papua New Guinea. Definitely, it will change our lives. It will change our communities. It will change our provinces and our countries. As it is, we depend much on the government to provide our services, but maybe ONPASSIVE will become an alternate government in Papua New Guinea to provide that services the people so desire in our villages. But anyway, let me get back to my feelings on that Thursday morning. Actually, prior to the actual day, as was hinting on, you know, ONPASSIVE going right to the top, and people like me who are very thoughtful were thinking, hey, what may happen on that day or on that night? And I had these crazy ideas that, or maybe there could be something being launched from the space with ONPASSIVE written all over where everyone on Earth can see. Or maybe there could be some jet fighters, blowing out smoke with ONPASSIVE colors. I have these thoughts. I thought maybe, Ash was talking about something like that. Didn't have any anticipation on what actually came on Thursday morning. Anyway, prior to that, I wanted to watch on TV with my family. So the whole lot of us had my laptop connected to the TV, and we were all watching on a TV screen and then on a laptop. We waited, and as we went through the night, we were full of anticipation to see what may come out from the night. When it went on to Hyderabad, and while the oblast was being implemented and showing to us, my children kind of fell asleep by then, and I was alone on my own watching it on the big screen. And when it went to when it went on to Dubai, the moment I saw, the water place. I haven't been to Dubai, but I have been to Singapore, and Singapore at the Marina Bay Sands, they have something like that. And I thought, oh, is this happening in Singapore? But then later on, I saw at the background that huge building. I knew straight away that it was Dubai because I have seen pictures of Dubai and I've seen the shape of the building, and I knew that it was one of the tallest buildings. And knowing that it was happening in Dubai, my heart just broke, and I knew straight away that as most of our leaders have said, doing business in Dubai is not very easy. It's very difficult. And as soon as I know that ONPASSIVE is now launching in Dubai, that kind of broke out everything to give me that confidence to actually say that, okay, ONPASSIVE is no more the business that people are thinking that it is a lie, or it is not genuine, it is not real. Now I'm so confident about the whole of ONPASSIVE, and I can proudly, go out and proclaim to everyone that we are in Dubai and no one can stop us in what we do. Anyway, the next day I had two of my colleagues coming on and signing on, and they've been waiting for something like this. And the moment they saw, the moment I shared with them, the events of the previous night, they actually came in and joined. So, I mean, I work in an institution, and many people are earning, and they feel that they are secure with what they earn. And when we try to share something like that, they don't have any second. They have second thoughts about it, and they become Thomases and don't want to join. But after sharing this, two of my colleagues came on. They didn't have any doubts. They didn't have any second thoughts about it. They just want to come and be part of it, part of ONPASSIVE. So, my feelings was, it was very different as I saw that things unfolding. It was more like I was in cloud 9. I felt like this is it. This is what I have been waiting for. Okay, now I don't have to be in a shell. I have to just go out and proclaim it. It's just like, being filled with the Holy Spirit and going out and sharing the word of God. So I feel the same. Anyway, David, thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my feelings. Thank you.
Thank you, Ano. Thank you. I have Alex Moinge. Alex Moinge, you there? Can unmute and speak. Oh, we probably lost him. Okay.
No, he's there, David, but
all right, I'll leave it open. Anyone else who is here who wants to share something from the heart, please go ahead.
Petrus Aki, PNG. Petrus, you can open your microphone. Yes.
David, can you hear me?
Yes, Petrus, go ahead.
Thank you, thank you. Good afternoon from Papua New Guinea to everyone listening out there. Thank you so much for coming and joining us to introduce this company, or to expand this company to all our people in Papua New Guinea. Thank you so much. I joined ONPASSIVE in November 2020. And at that time, I can remember people like Maddie and Chris, Red Redfern and Michael Williams and all these guys. They were talking about a vision of a man called S. Mufara, and they were only talking about a vision. Since 2020, I've been listening to all these webinars up until when we had our back office. That was something that really turned us. We were so excited until when we saw on Wednesday the born of the unicorn, when the Burj Khalifa in Dubai was lit up. And when I saw Maddie crying, I was so moved. And I cried too. I know a lot of other people out there were crying. And that was because of so many hours, all these webinars that were put through since 2018 for Maddie and all these people. Thank you so much. I thank God for giving us S. Mufara, who brought ONPASSIVE into this world, our vision. I thank God for choosing Maddie to connect David Bakau, our PNC leader, Thank you, Mary. You are a good father. I thank David for bringing ONPASSIVE to the rest of us in Papua New Guinea. Thank you. Sorry for your late wife, Susan, Fred, and thank you, my sister Veronica and Nancy. You guys kept us together until that now we can see that it is coming. Like Chris Johnson used to say, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Hey, 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 it's coming. It's already here now. Thank you, Chris, for keeping that fire burning. Thank you, everyone. We can see now that the real products are coming now that the marketing campaign is started. I think Madi said something about in such marketing campaigns, when they start, they don't stop until they go on and on until we see the apples coming. And I take this opportunity to thank all of you, all you leaders out there. Thank you for taking PNG out of where we are. And we see that we have a future, not only for ourselves, but for our country. Thank you so much. Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Petrus. Thank you, Petrus. Okay, we got anyone else? Before I give it off to my brother Mati to close it off with his last words. Before Mati speaks, I'll just say something in Pidgin. Yumi all Papua New Guinea. Suppose you stop one time all family, all founders. Now you look one time, you not join him ONPASSIVE yet. You may not got plenty time left. Awesome. Company mi pla tok before, mi pla tok 2019 mi pla sharim come. This la time you know looking one plus something. Time me been joining this la business. Inogat one pla product. Inogat one pla office. And mi pla looking mi pla bianim vision na dreaman blong. CEO bloy mi estasol. Mi pla play one pla videotape langam na mi pla harem na mi pla study tasol wanem tok and make him na film tasol wantem connect him lo spirit blongam. Osem connection come up na mi pla film osem mane mi tok through got mi welcome through pla tok non ab gaman. So time mi pla share him la business no got on plus something. Time me join long 2019. You got 40,000 founders tasol 40,000 lo 2019. Now you got more than 1.2 million, close to by me hitting 1.3 million now, founders. Lo 215 countries. And you karamapim all got happiness, lo this la ground. ONPASSIVE legal company and big pla company. Now you join. Suppose you look him now, now you join. And me talking yourself. You join in one pla company, na one pla movement, na one pla family. Osem all become a family blue street. And you can look in me pla tok lo here. Lo screen. All got a line lo, all got a half country lo world and me pla stop here. Only come lo supporting me pla na, me pla two, me pla stop on them all. Imi osem big pla family. So legally up time stop. You like join, you join. You know like join, I'm all right too. No got something. This is I'm stop lo you. Na me pla lusi mo kata. Tok ika mosem, but me like encouraging you. Suppose you not join, you join. No can wasting time. Thank you. Thank you lo olgata. Iplaharem. Na mi pasim golong Mati na by close him off. Thank you, Mati. You can say your bit and we can close off.
Yes, sir. Thank you, David. Thank you, my Papua New Guinea family, and thank you, my international friends around the world. It's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. God bless all you. God bless ONPASSIVE. And surely we need to for God to bless Ashley Farr and his family. Until we meet again, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. You can all unmute and we can say bye-bye. Look him you long behind. See you later. See you later.
Night from Philadelphia.
Thank you, everyone. See you all.
Gee, people, love you all. Love everybody. See everybody.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Everyone, thank you, David.
Thank you, Shirley.
Angie.